きろ。
In the world of romantic anime, the plot usually revolves around two friends who end up as a couple. But what would happen if they weren't friends, but instead sworn enemies? Villains in anime are capable of doing incredibly terrible things, and it would be questionable if the heroes let them escape. However, occasionally characters who despise one another get over their feelings of hate and start developing a new romantic relationship. That's why today I bring you some animes where the enemies end up as lovers.
Big order.
私は紅にあなたを殺しに来た刺客よ。この世界を滅ぼした王だ。星宮英二よね。
The story follows our protagonist, Eiji Hoshimiya, in his quest to survive in a world that was destroyed thanks to him. When Eiji was younger, a fairy granted his wish. Although he can't remember what he wished for, his wish caused numerous deaths in an event that is now known as the Great Destruction. Ever since his wish was granted, even more people were granted the power to make their dreams come true. These people are called Orders and are seeking revenge on Eiji for the destruction he caused. Big Order is an action anime based in a world where people obtain abilities based on dreams they had. These powers give way to comic, serious, or just plain random moments throughout the anime.
Kyoukai no kanata.
This anime follows Mirai Kuriyama, and she is the only member of a clan known as the Spirit World Warriors. This is a clan that has the ability to transform their blood into weapons and is tasked with hunting down creatures that manifest from negative human emotions. One day, Mirai encounters a hybrid of these creatures in human form and attempts to kill it, only to discover that it is immortal. After forming a friendship, Mirai continues trying to kill the hybrid named Akihito while killing other creatures around her. Kyoukai no Kanata is a supernatural romance anime series set in present-day Tokyo, where enemies become lovers. The story hints that people can find themselves falling in love with someone they hate and they don't have to feel bad about it.
Darwin's game.
The series follows high school student Tsudo Kaname, who downloads a strange app after receiving an invite link from his friend. The app, Darwin's Game, appears like any other mobile game until a snake jumps out of the screen and bites Kaname. From then on, Kaname is drawn into a survival game in which he must fight other players to the death while he hopes to one day escape. The protagonist is quite clueless at first as he stumbles upon a survival game very suddenly, and thanks to his own morale, he refuses to bow to the Game Master's plans and hopes to defeat him and end the whole game. The interesting thing is that each player who joins Darwin's Game is given a sigil, which acts as a superpower, and our protagonist is given a very peculiar power in this survival game.
Madan no O to Vanadis.
Yumi wo sutero.
The story of Vanadis follows the perspective of Tigre Vurun Vorn. On a battlefield amidst the corpses of his fallen comrades, he targets a horse-mounted woman named Eleonora, a war maiden, who has just demolished his entire army. He tries to bring her down, only to become her captive, beginning a journey as tensions rise between their two countries. We hear war as something terrible and exhausting that takes the lives of many people in the process. Admittedly, it sucks for the parties involved in the fight, but at least the tactics are fascinating. This duel's adventure is packed with complex war tactics and beautiful women alike. The two find themselves caught in an international conflict and embroiled in a brutal war filled with dark secrets, crude conspiracies, and blatant corruption at every turn.
Hataraku Maou-sama.
まさか。
なぜあなたがマグロナルドでバイトしてるの？魔王サタン！
勇者エミリア。
In Hataraku Maou-sama, Sadao and Emilia are the true definitions of enemies to lovers, as Sadao is Satan, while Emilia is the hero who must kill him. However, after being transported by Emilia and falling to Earth, their relationship becomes a bit more complicated. The more Emilia sees Sadao, who destroyed and killed many people as Satan, acting more human than ever, her feelings for him start to grow. Even though Sadao's feelings for Emilia are vague, it is shown that he cares much more about her and her safety in the human world. To make matters worse, the anime is super fun. There's nothing like watching an evil villain from a fantasy world who is forced into the fast food service known as McDonald's, while in his right hand becomes an A-list housewife.
Angel Beats.
俺は死んでるからもう死なないって
When Otonashi wakes up in the afterlife, he is told that Kanata is an angel of destruction who forces people to leave the afterlife before they are ready. As he gets to know her, he realizes that she is not a monster. She only oversees the inevitable processes of the afterlife, as everyone must eventually move on. It turns out that the two are deeply connected. When Otonashi died, Kanata received his heart during a transplant, allowing her to live a little longer than she might have otherwise. As these facts come to light, the two grow closer and begin to develop romantic feelings for each other. Angel Beats is one of those very special anime that you can watch over and over again, and no matter how many times you watch it, you can laugh, get emotional, and then end up crying like always to finish with a final smile.
君の名を呼べない。君の姿が見えない。ジュリエ。
Maoyuu Yuusha.
工場真梅。
待たせたな。私の勇者。
寝坊しすぎだ。俺の魔王。
Humans have been waging a long war of indecisive skirmishes against the demons, trying to stop their troops from advancing. However, the humans have recently been able to gain an advantage through the victories of the hero, a young man who wants to end the war as soon as possible. In order to end the war quickly, the hero goes alone to fight his way into the demon territory to assassinate the Demon King and end the war. The Demon King is supposed to be killed by the hero who comes to kill him. This is how the story always goes in these kinds of plots. But in Maoyuu Yuusha, the Demon King is actually a Demon Queen, and instead of fighting her, she proposes an alliance to stop the ongoing war between the humans and the demon realm. Although the hero ignores her plans and thinks it's a trap, the Demon Queen is relentless in her efforts and finally convinces the hero to accept. They eventually fall in love and make the world a better place together.